Hey everybody, it's me, Lisa, and I'm back, and today I've got a little story time for you guys. I want to tell you about my Friday. Yesterday was absolutely a day, and it was kind of a day from hell, but it was funny, and well, my whole week has kind of been that way. But anyways, before I get into it, don't forget to subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, share me with the world. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. So yesterday, wake up, get ready for work. I have to be there at 5 o'clock because we open at 5:30. So we have to get everything put together and get the pastry case set up and get all the coffee brewed and, you know, all that stuff. So anyways, get there at 5 o'clock. It's just me and my shift, and she is like she's the best. She's awesome. I love her. She's great. So it's just her and I opening yesterday morning. And so we get there, we get inside, we start doing, you know, all of our stuff that we normally do to get prepared for the day. And a mobile order comes in at 5 o'clock. Now, here's the thing. Right now, as it sits online on Google, it shows that our store is open at 5 o'clock on Fridays. Only on Fridays, not on any other day of the week. Every other day of the week, it lists us, you know, Saturday through Thursday, opening at 5:30. And for some reason, they, I don't know, it was probably 6, 7, 8 months ago, they decided to let us, or have us open at 5 o'clock, because we have, like, a hospital and, like, a school, and, you know, we have a lot of stuff around us where people, you know, could come early in the morning to get their coffee and go on about their business. So, they had let us open at 5 o'clock. And then come to find out we weren't getting, you know, I guess enough business to warrant for us to be open 30 minutes earlier. So they changed everything back to 5:30, except for Fridays. Fridays, it shows we're still open at 5 o'clock. So, this mobile order comes through, and we're just thinking, okay, well, maybe they put it through, and they're, you know, they'll come, you know, just at 5:30 or whatever and pick up their coffee. So we proceed to carry on with what we're doing, and we're just chit-chatting and talking. All of a sudden, we see somebody pull up, and a dude gets out of his car, and he walks up to the door, and he's just kind of like standing there looking in through the glass at both of us, and we're just like, we're not even open yet. Can't do this. This must be the guy for his mobile order. So he proceeds to stand there, and of course it's freezing cold because we got hit all of a sudden with, you know, 18-degree weather, and it's Oklahoma, so that's how it goes here. You know, anytime it can change at the drop of a hat. It could be, you know, 10 degrees, and then, you know, give it 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and all of a sudden it's 80 degrees. So, we're like, okay, whatever. Well, my shift is, being the sweet person that she is, she's like, the dude is standing out there in the cold, but we can't really let him into the store because that's, you know, a safety hazard. So, she was like, I'm just going to go ahead and make this drink, and then pray to God he doesn't kill me at the door when I open the door and give it to him, and just explain to him the hours. And so that happens, that transpires, everything goes just fine, and we lock the doors, we're back to business, getting our stuff done. Okay, so 5:30 rolls around, we open up the store, and it is business as usual. People are coming in to get their coffee. I've logged into one of the registers, and she happens to notice that the second register has a big error message on it, and it says, the error message simply states, please discuss with your manager before proceeding. So we're like, what is there to discuss? What is there to talk about? I mean, she's just trying to log into that computer, and it's not letting her. And so, I mean, I'm logged in, and I seem to be doing fine. I take a few orders, be able to, you know, take the money, take credit cards, whatever. And so we're just like, at a complete loss for words as to why this error message is there. And I'm like, just hit OK. So she hits OK, and it brings up the screen as usual, but as soon as you press any buttons, that error message comes back up again. And it said something about, like, check updating, something to that effect too. And so she's like, check updating? We don't even take checks, so I don't understand what's going on. And I had remembered last year around the same time, oh my God, my nose hairs. I have, I need to like wax them suckers because I've got some massive nose hairs. You do not need to see up my nose. So anyways, we end up, you know, just kind of like stunned or like shocked at what's going on with the computer. And I'm like, last year, kind of something similar happened. We had to have the company come in and update everything, and we were back in business, no problem. So my register's still working, shouldn't be an issue. Well, about 5 minutes later, my register pops up the same error message, and I'm like, okay, it's doing it on mine now. And she's like, oh, great. So we can't take any orders. We can't take any cash or card or gift card. We can't do anything. But mobile orders can come in. So we're like, well, we can just tell people, you know, if they've got the app, go ahead and mobile order your, you know, whatever. And if you can do that. And so people are coming in, and we're having to explain, you know, the situation to them, that we can't currently use the registers at this time. So, you know, if they have the ability to mobile order, which bless some people's hearts, they did mobile order. Oh my gosh. The scab is getting worse. And it's because I picked a, whatever it was there. And now it's just like really protruding out. Sorry, I get sidetracked. Anyways, so we're having to explain to people that we can't, we can't take their money. And some people do mobile order, and it's fine, no big deal. But those people that can't and pay with cash, usually, we have to give them their coffee and their food anyway, whatever they order, because that's a policy of Starbucks, and they allow us to make it right with the customer if, you know, if it's like, you know, no fault of our own, but it's the, you know, the equipment's fault, we still, you know, have to make it right. And so we gave away 2 hours worth of coffee, lattes, Americanos, food, and some people were gracious enough to leave cash. Just say, here, take this tenner, you know, take this, you know, few bucks, whatever. And when your stuff comes back up, just bring in my stuff, put the rest of the money in the tip jar. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. That is so kind. I appreciate that very much. Great. Okay, so we end up calling our technical department, and we are on hold. And we are on hold for a very long time. 2 hours exactly. Because apparently this was a site, you know, it was a site-wide thing or a nationwide thing that the registers were having issues. So it's happening all over. And we got really busy, and I don't know if it was due to the fact that people were, you know, texting their friends and saying, hey, by the way, if you're wanting some coffee, this Starbucks, their stuff isn't working, so head on over, get you some free coffee and get you some free, you know, treats, whatever. So I'm like, but we powered through. We took turns sitting on hold, listening to the crazy hold music that was playing. And all I kept hearing on the hold music was, this world is going to burn. This world is going to burn. I'm not joking. It just kept repeating that over and over and over again. And my shift, she heard some other song or whatever that was just like over and over and over. We're like, this is really dark, man. Like, what's going on here? This is not good. So our manager, or our acting manager, comes in, and she takes over the phone situation to get the technical support to help us out and figure out what's going on. So that was the situation that occurred yesterday morning. Now, here is kind of the thing that's happened this past week. And it happened the night before. It wasn't Thursday morning or Thursday. No, it was Thursday morning, Thursday night. I have not been getting much sleep lately because I have like restless leg syndrome, and it's been really bad lately. And so my legs hurt and ache, and I'm tossing and turning most every night. And so I'm sleeping anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a night. And I mean, I can function, but it's wearing on me. It's really wearing on me. And I got to sleep in today till a whole 9 o'clock this morning. So I was really happy about that. But anyways, so this past week, something is in my room. And it's not a ghost or anything like that, or it's not that type of situation. But it is a little critter that's in my room. And now we don't have roaches, we don't have mice, we don't have that kind of problem, okay? But we do have something in this room. And it's attacking me. It's not messing with my husband, or he's not noticing it. He thinks I'm losing it. He thinks I'm dreaming it. But I think it was Tuesday night. I was laying in bed, sleeping soundly. All of a sudden, I felt something smack my back and kind of land just, at the crevice of the bed and my back. And I was like, immediately woke me up, and I put my hand behind my back and I grab a hold of this thing. And I get a hold of it, and it is wet, it is slimy, it is like a slug with legs, okay? It's got little crawly little legs. It's moving around and everything in my hand. And, here's my fist, decent size. And it is sitting inside the crevice, or inside my fist. And it is filling up my fist. So my hand is like this, right? Okay? And I've got this thing in there, and it is just squirming around, for its life. Doesn't want to die. But I was like so mad, and I'm like, no! And I squeeze it, and I squished it. And whatever happened when I squished it, guts come out, in between my fingers. And I'm like, oh my God. So what do you do when you're half asleep and you're not completely aware, and you haven't been getting very much sleep in the middle of the night? You're just, getting a few hours. I threw it, and I just threw it to the side. I just tossed it, and I heard it just go swap. It hit something on my side of the bed, by my side of the bed. And I was like, ah, crap. So I got up and I grabbed my phone, I put the flashlight on, and I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking on the floor, I'm looking on the dresser that's beside my bed. I'm looking everywhere, and I can't find this thing. It's nowhere to be found. I don't know where it went. I don't know. I just don't know. So, of course my husband's like, you can't find it. You killed it. It should be laying there somewhere. I don't know. And I'm not going to delve into my hoarding world over to my side of the bed. I'm not going to go through all that trying to find this thing. One day I will. One day I will, when I feel like being, adventurous and decide I want to clean things up. But this is a catch-all. It catches everything when I come home from work, whatever. And I just throw everything up there. So I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going back to sleep. Nope, can't go back to sleep. I'm awake. I'm alive. I'm doing my thing. I get up, get ready for work, and get my butt out the door. Okay, so Thursday morning, I'm laying in bed. I am sleeping. And my husband, he reaches over and he just touches my leg. And he just kind of like pats my leg, rubs my leg a little bit. And that happens every single night. No big deal. So, he did that, and, I was aware, but then all of a sudden, I feel something just smack me in my neck, just land on my neck, and I'm like, what in the hell now? No. And I could feel it crawling, so I grabbed it with my hand, and this time it was smaller. This was smaller. It wasn't as big, but it was wet, and it was slimy, and it had little legs and just going like nothing. And this time, I did not smash it. I just grabbed it and I chunked it behind me. And I was just like, no! And I'm screaming all kinds of cuss words. I'm just like, I am so effing tired of this stupid, dumb bug situation. And I'm over it, and I'm just over it. And so, I'm awake. So I wake up, get ready for work, get on out the door, get to work. So I am wondering, okay, these critters, whatever they are, I don't know what they are. I don't really want to call an exterminator because We don't have a serious problem, but I don't know what this thing is. And, I can't keep waking up and then like grabbing this, whatever this is. And the smaller one is probably one of the children of the big one. And I killed its parent. And now it's coming after me to, kill me, or trying to just, you killed my parents. You killed my father. Now you must pay. That kind of thing. And they're going to just keep attacking me. So say a little prayer that whatever this is, or whatever this little critter is, just leaves me the hell alone, because I need to sleep. I need to get at least 6 hours would be great. I'm thankful when I get 5, but if I could get 6, that'd be just perfect. So my week has gone completely crazy. Okay. So I'm dealing, nothing's working at work on a Friday. I'm dealing with bugs or critters or whatever this is, thinking, was it something from my ceiling fan? Did like dust or whatever, you'll get dust bunnies on your ceiling fan. Maybe one of them fell off. Why would it be wet? Why would it be slimy? Why would it be crawling on my skin? Just wiggling its little legs. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not terrified of bugs. I'm not scared of mice. I'm not scared of snakes. None of that stuff ever bugs me. But when I'm sleeping and you come messing with me, and I got a problem. I got a real problem. Especially since I don't get enough sleep as it is. So, little prayer, little good vibe out there, little universe tell this thing to leave me alone, because I'm really tired of it, and I'm really sleepy, and I really want to just sleep. So, that's that part of the story. Now, I'm going to get into the rest of it. This could be a little bit longer than usual when I have a little, chit chat with you guys. So, last night, Friday night, we decide when my husband comes home that we're going to go out to dinner. And so we chose, I chose where I wanted to go. I wanted to have some steak. I hadn't had, a good steak in a while. So we went to a place called Charleston's, which has like the best butter croissants, honey butter croissants I've ever tasted. Oh my God, they're so good. And they serve one with a salad. And so I've been doing this, keeping my calories down under a certain amount. And I'm like, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to have that and, proceed with my day. And just, enjoy my dinner. So we get to the restaurant and we get inside and we're having to wait. And they're like, it's a 30-minute wait. No big deal. It's a Friday night. That's usually what, happens. And so we get, we see that there's some opening at the bar. So we decide to sit at the bar and eat dinner. And we're just, I'm ordering. I order a piece of prime rib, which is like, I love that cut of meat. It's so good. So I order that. I order a loaded potato. Of course, I didn't eat all of it. I only ate a portion of it. And, of course, salad and the croissant. And we did get some, they call it shrimp cargo. Instead of escargot, it's shrimp cargo. And it was really good. So we're sitting at the bar, we're relaxing and talking and doing our thing. And the evening is winding down. And I started feeling a little sick to my stomach. And I was like, my stomach feels weird. I don't understand what's going on. And my husband is like, well, I said, what do you want to do after this? He was like, well, I want to go out, We kind of got in a little bit of an argument because I was like, I really am not feeling really well right at the moment. And I kind of just want to go home. I don't want to go anywhere and be, sick to my stomach. And, I'm like, well, if he's like, I want to go to the bar. I want to go, drink some drinks or whatever. And I'm like, fine, I'll just drop you off, and I'm going to go home because I'm not going to sit and be miserable. So I get up and I excuse myself to go to the bathroom, and I walk in the bathroom, and this is going to get kind of gross, but I'm sorry. I've got to tell this story. I walk into the bathroom, and both stalls are occupied. and another lady walked in right behind me, and we're just kind of standing there waiting. And so the first stall comes available. I open up the stall, walk in, and a little short Hispanic lady had walked out. She worked there, so she was wearing her little chef's outfit or whatever. And I walk into the stall, and I hear the other lady that walked behind me go, "Oh, no, 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 no. You work here. You need to wash your hands." And so I guess the little lady was like, just, I could hear that visible sigh. And then she turned on the water and started washing. Well, I'm walking into the stall, and the smell that I smelled was so bad. And people, this wasn't from doing number 2, okay? This come from her front area, okay? The smell was so bad. And I know I'm supposed to keep this as clean as possible on here, but it smelled like many visitors had visited her area. Many. And she had not cleaned herself in a very long time. Okay? It was so rancid. Okay? And I'm having to pee like nobody's business. And I'm just like, oh my God, hold your breath and take care of it, And I don't ever sit on the toilet. I always just like squat over, do my thing, move on. I don't want, I just have a thing about that. So I'm trying to get through that, and like the smell is permeating me, even trying to hold my breath, okay? I can still smell it. And my stomach's already upset, and that smell just turned my stomach even worse. I was like, oh God, here it goes. I'm going to blow chunks. I'm about to just go. It's coming. It's coming. I would not turn around and throw up in the toilet, because I'm not about to put my face down in there, much less sit on it. So I'm like, bust out the freaking door, okay, and make it to the trash can, and I am throwing up, and I am just throwing up and throwing up. And the woman that was behind me, that had walked in behind me, was like, oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God, oh my God. She goes, I smell a really weird smell. And I'm like, and I'm just like, got my finger up like, and I'm still doing what I'm doing. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is horrible. This is so freaking horrible. So she's like, oh my God. She walked into the stall that I came out of. She's like, oh my God, that's awful. And I'm like, yep. Well, you smell it. I smell it. I'm not losing my mind, So, yeah, I finish. That just ruined everything. I just ate, and it just come right back up, because, my stomach was upset, and then that smell on top of it. I don't understand people. I really do not understand people. Okay? It is not hard to take care of your hygiene. And the thoughts that went through my head is, this woman prepared, she's part of the preparation of our food. And she wasn't going to wash her hands when she was done. And if it wasn't for the woman that was behind me, walked in behind me, she would not have washed her hands. She would have went back into that kitchen without washing her hands and been touching everybody's food. So that made me even more sick to my stomach. Thinking that, this woman probably went to the bathroom previously and then handled my stuff, and maybe that's why I'm sick to my stomach. Because she didn't wash her hands. I don't understand. It's not hard. Soap, water, good scrubbing, move on. You're good. So, yes, my week and my Friday have been an extraordinary experience. Very much so. But yeah, so we stopped at a gas station. My husband went and got me some Rolaids, some mint Rolaids. we're on the south side of town. We're in a decent area of town, and we stop at this gas station, and it's called Quick Trip. We have them all over this area. And he goes in to get me some Rolaids, and what do I see as I pull up? There are like a ton. This is like the gathering place for tweakers. Okay? It's a gathering place for tweakers. So we pull up, and just they all come out of the woodwork as soon as a car drives in. And they're just like, whoa, new meat, fresh meat, let's ask for money, you know. And I'm not a mean person, you know. I've given my fair share of change to people who have needed it. But it's obvious what they were doing, because they have mannerisms that they do when they're talking or functioning. And I'm sure you guys have seen it on the internet, on Facebook. I'm sure you've seen videos. I'm sure you've seen people put videos up on YouTube of, you know, what they're doing. And it's sad. It really is a sad situation that someone has, you know, become addicted to that stuff. And, you know, that's what their life has become. And it's hard to break the addiction. But I mean, it was crazy. So he goes in, I'm locking my doors, because they're going to come up and start asking for money, okay? And I'm not by any means a weak person when it comes to being able to deal with, handle myself. I can handle myself just fine. But when there's a bunch of them, you know, you want to be safe. So my windows are still up. I'm just sitting there going, you know, just, oh, my stomach, it just doesn't feel right. Still feels bad. And here they come. They just come around the corner of the building. They're coming across the parking lot. And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in a zombie apocalypse. And I'm, you know, they're just coming from a car, just, you know. So I get, he's taking forever inside the store. And so they manage not to bug me. They just kind of stand there and just stare at me like, you know, are you going to give us some type of attention that says we can come over and start asking? And I'm looking over to the side of the parking lot, and I see another car that is parked there with its lights, just like the fog lights on. And it's a dealer. It's somebody who is selling this crap in the middle of the freaking parking lot. And they're going over, they're like walking over to this person, and they're like, I heard one say, I'm trying to get the money up. I'm trying to get the money up. Just stay. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, they're like, the dealer has come to where they're begging to get money so that, you know, they can, I don't know, make their money and get their drugs. I don't know. So, whew. So I'm like, well, you know, my husband finally gets back in the car. And as I'm pulling out, this woman just comes out of nowhere, and she's just like, keeps doing this, you know, at me. And she's holding a pack of cigarettes in the other hand. And she's like advancing, and I'm trying to back out. And I'm like, I don't want to hit this person. But she is standing there just looking at me like, are you going to roll your window down so I can ask you for money? I mean, are you going to do that? I mean, what's going on? And she's doing all these jerky movements and stuff with her body. And so I'm like, I am getting out of here. So I just kind of, you know, pulled it out. I mean, pulled back fast, you know, pretty quickly, slam on my brakes, and just put it in drive, and just, you know, out the store parking lot I went. And so we're going home. He's like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I'm like, I know, this is not my day, not being my day today. So we're driving home, and he decides he wants to go to a bar that's close to our house. It's literally around the corner. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I need some Sprite anyways. I need something to settle my stomach. I'm not going to eat. I mean, I'm not going to drink any alcohol. I'm just going to, you know, have some Sprite, sit there and chill. So that's what we do. And my stomach started calming down, and I was feeling a little bit better. And we come on home and parked it for the night and came in and went to bed. And I woke up to tell you this story today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was an absolute insane day for me. So, yeah. And I have more stories to tell you guys. I do have a ninja cockroach story that I need to tell you guys. You're going to laugh your butts off. It is so funny. But that'll be saved for another time because I'm already at 30 minutes. And that's just a long time to be talking and telling a story. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope your week next week starts off with a bang and you do great with whatever you're pursuing. And thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and liking it and sharing it and commenting below. Let me know if you guys have any crazy bug stories, weird bathroom stories. Well, I maybe not want to hear your weird bathroom stories, but you know, you get it. But anyways, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.